Hi guys, welcome back to Ethereal Orb. It is Megan and I have been mixing some paints. So my hands are lovely colors. I've been having fun kind of mixing my own colors. So I have what I hope is going to be a really pretty color palette for a swirl. I did one the other day that I really loved, so I kind of wanted to do another one, another swirl that is. So I have some Payne's Gray, and then I mixed some Payne's Gray with Pearl White. So I think it'll be a real subtle difference once it's dry. And then I have blue-green. This is a Nova color, blue-green. Really pretty teal. And then, I love this. This is one of my new favorites. This is metallic white mixed with a little bit of phthalo blue. A little bit goes a long way with phthalo blue. And it's just really pretty. And then I have some Naphtha Crimson for a little drama. I think I'm gonna do the red in with the Payne's Grays instead of by the blues, but and I kind of have to make that decision while I'm getting my swirl cup ready, don't I? So I'm gonna weigh my paint just so I know I have a decent amount of paint. I have an 11 by 14 canvas ready with some, whoa, sorry, you went for a ride there, with some Payne's Gray around the edges. So I'm going to do, Art Raisin said 5 ounces, so I'm going to go close to 7 because I don't want it to be super thin on the canvas, like it would be with, you know, just a coating, a top coat of resin or paint. So, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think I might add just a little bit more water. Hang on just a sec. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell in the cup, but they're kind of staying separate. So I thought maybe my paint needed to be just a hair bit thinner. So I added just a little bit more water. This is just paint, water, and my Basics matte fluid medium. No silicone. There we go, that's better. I don't usually add silicone in my swirls because I don't like cell. I don't really want cell overload in my swirls. Yeah, this is going a lot better. Okay. So I'm at 1 ounce. I want a good bit of the canvas to be the Payne's Gray and this Payne's Gray. That red is kind of swirling all over, so I think it's going to be really pretty when I pour it. I don't want to add too much because I don't want it to take over. I just kind of want a subtle red going through there. 2 ounces, 2.4 actually. Just a little bit more red, and I think that's going to be it. So like I said, I don't want this red to totally take over, and I think it could very easily, the way it's swirling in here, it could very easily take over. I did this wrong. Just realized I wanted to do the blues first because I wanted those to be in the middle, not on the outside. So, do I pour this and then do a second? I might do that. I might do a second cup. Second swirl cup because I really want the blues in the middle. I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's 4 ounces. 4.4. I used every bit of this because I don't want to waste it. I'm going to let the rest dry so I can peel it out of the cup and reuse the cup. Alright, so that's 4.6. Let's put this to the side. And let's just grab one of these. So 4.6. And let's see. Do the blue in the very middle. Let's do the blue in the very middle. So we want about maybe 2 more ounces. These aren't as thin either. I didn't let these sit for very long. Must be dry in here. That's right, we'll see what it does with just a hair bit thicker paint. Because it definitely is, you can tell the way these are in the cup, the way they're not mixing and interacting at all, compared to this, where some sank, some stayed at the top, and the red kind of went through. There's a little face in my red right there. So we'll just see what difference that makes once we pour. Move my scale. And my cups of paint. Get my canvas. And if you saw my last one, you know, I did something a little bit different for me. Maybe somebody else has done it. I haven't seen it, but that doesn't mean anybody else hasn't done it. I put some of this Basics Matte Fluid Medium on my canvas to help the paint flow. Sometimes when you do a swirl, you put like a, you know, you flood the canvas with paint first so that the paint has, you know, it doesn't resist on the dry canvas and it just flows really easily. I didn't want to flood the canvas with a bunch of paint that was just going to get covered up and then it gets poured over. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I just didn't want to do that. So I thought, well, let's put some of this fluid medium all over the canvas. And it really, when I tilted, it really flowed nicely. I didn't have to work at it to get it over the corners. I didn't have to, you know, really force it or cover areas where it didn't want to go. Okay, so there is that. And I'm going to start with this one, and then when this one runs out, I'll finish up with this one. Here we go. That red is really cool. Can you see it, or is my cup in the way? Went off center a little bit. They're trying to get all the canvas in view. Really cool. I like that red. Good choice, I think, to put it in the Payne's Gray as opposed to the blues. So now, just like it was still in the same cup, do my blue and green. I think my blue and green is going to stretch a little bit more than it would have being in the same cup. I really want that Payne's Gray to kind of, really wanted more of the Payne's Gray and the red. That's all right. It'll work. That green and blue is really taking over. Alright, I can take it back. I wonder if I have any more of this. Not really. Okay. Let's just keep going this way. Get it to the edge. Oh boy, I did not want that much of the blue and the green. bad planning, I guess. I could torch. I don't put any silicone in there though. Or I could swipe. It is pretty though. So let's go back this way. It really is. Just see what happens if we tilt this way for a while. My in camera's a pretty big canvas. Guess I could have raised my camera up a little bit more. Let's just keep going this way for a while. I know this is really exciting, isn't it? Watching me tilt the canvas. See how much of a difference I can make here though. Okay. I might torch and just see what happens. Like I said, there's no silicone in here, so it may do absolutely nothing. Actually, it's kind of cool. I'm not sure I really care if it does anything. This little, the black and the red there is kind of cool. My hands are a mess. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Kind of what I figured. That's okay. See if I want to do this just a little bit more. Bore you to tears a little bit more. Just shows thought a little bit more. Okay, put it back in view though. Really not seeing that red. Maybe I should put some red. I'm going to pause it and think for a second. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it because I actually like it. It's not what I had in mind, so it took me, a little bit to kind of decide if I wanted to mess with it a little bit. But I really like it. I love that it's kind of this stripe of black a little bit here. And I'll give you a close-up here in a second, but there is some red showing. And this kind of almost looks really... Looks like there's depth there. Almost looks like water, black sandy beach. So close-ups here in a second. Okay, so can't really see the details far away, but up close, there we go. See how it really looks like there's some depth in there. And that pearl gives it a bit of sparkle. The pearl white and the blue, and in the Payne's gray there. It's right in there. I mean, it really looks like, it's almost like a resin pour where you can see layers, which is kind of cool. Into the black and red. Wow. When the light's on it, you can really see. That is cool. Doesn't it look like one of those black sandy beaches, although they all have rivers of red running through it. Maybe a black sandy beach where there's been a shark attack? I don't know. But it's pretty nonetheless. I think so anyway. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it would have made a difference if I had them all in the same cup as opposed to putting, I think so. And I think that the blue and the green, the blue and the blue-green being just a hair bit thicker made it sit right on top instead of, mixing in and kind of sinking, becoming one with the black or the Payne's gray and the red. So there you have it, guys. All my links to my social media and my Facebook group are in the description box. So we will see you next time, guys, and as always, happy pouring!